We are starting the chapter 4, the goal of yoga, page number 43. In the Bhagavad Gita, the Sanskrit word mam is frequently used. This word means unto me. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, says unto me, Krishna. We cannot interpret this in a different way. When I say, bring me a glass of water, it means that I am the person in want of the glass of water. And if you simply supply to me and not to others, then it is right. When Krishna says unto me, that means Krishna. But philosophers are still interpreting, they say, unto something else. Even grammatically, this is wrong. One who has developed attachment to Krishna is Krishna conscious. They say if you have attachment for your lover, you always think of her. That is lover consciousness. It is natural. It is stated that a woman who has another lover besides her husband shows herself very attentive to her household duties, but is always thinking, when shall my lover and I meet in the night? This is an example. It is possible, in spite of our false engagement, if we love somebody, to think of him always. If materially it is possible, why not spiritually? That is the whole teaching of the Bhagavad Gita. In the Gita, Krishna says to Arjuna, as a fighter, you have to fight. You cannot step away from the fighting. It is your duty. Nowadays, I have practical experience that the draft board of your country is calling for boys to join the army, but they are not willing. They're not willing because they're not trained as kshatriyas, warriors. They are trained as shudras, laborers. Therefore, the caste system is very scientific. A section of people should be trained as Brahmanas, men of knowledge. Those who are intelligent enough in the society should be picked and trained in higher philosophical science. And those who are less intelligent than the Brahmanas should be given military training. We require everything in society, not only military men. How can everyone be a military man? Because they are sending shudras, ordinary workers, to Vietnam, they are unnecessarily being killed. Any country which is very proud of scientific advancement and yet does not know how to organize its society is a fool's society. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that there are 4 divisions of society: Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. That is natural. Some are inclined towards spiritual advancement, and these are the Brahmanas. Now we are training boys who are spiritually inclined, and they are unnecessarily being forced into military service. The foolish have no knowledge that some boy is being trained up in a higher science. Why should he be destroyed when he is being perfected? The individual, intellectual persons, those boys who have Brahminical qualifications, are being restrained in brahmacharya student life. They don't take to meat eating, they don't part in illicit sex. They are being trained as complete Brahmanas, the highest intellectuals, the most purified persons in society. And there is one Brahmana. If there is one Brahmana in whole society, in whole family, then the whole family, the whole society becomes sanctified. But today, they have no knowledge of how to train a Brahmana or how to train a Kshatriya. In the other fields of action, in the work of Shudras and Vaishyas, there is nice training. If anyone wants to be a businessman, there are colleges or technological schools. That's very nice. But why should everyone be dragged into technology? Just as in your body, for proper maintenance, we require the head, the arms, the belly, and the legs. All these parts of the body are required. You cannot say, we do not require the head, This is nonsense. We require everything. Suppose there's a body without a head. It is a dead body. If the body is now intact, but there is no head, it is called a dead body. The head is considered to be the intellectual part of the body. Similarly, if there is no Brahmana in the society, it is a dead body. If there is no spiritual man in the society, excuse me, in the society, it is a dead society. Therefore, Krishna says, I have created the 4 divisions of society according to quality and work. If someone is working as a brahmachari brahmana and has acquired the quality of understanding Krishna, the Supreme Lord, then why should he be called for army action? The arm of the body is the kshatriya. Of course, that is required to protect the society, to protect the country. A military arrangement should be there. No one will disapprove, but not the Brahmanas. It is putting a racehorse before the work cart. A racehorse is required for different purposes. The other beasts of burden, asses, mules, and oxen, are required for pulling carts. I say this frankly, everyone may read it, that any society where there are no spiritual persons or Krishna consciousness is a rascal society, because it has no head. Where there is a headless man, there is a dead body. And if there is no brain, there is no head. If the brain is not working properly, then he is a madman. If he has no head at all, then he's a dead man. Do you think that in a dead society or a mad society, there can be any peace? No. If the society is full of madmen, then where is the question of peace? Therefore, Krishna consciousness is the most important study in present-day society. The men who are leading the society, the president and the secretary of defense, should have the intelligence to understand this science of the soul. The other day, when coming to your country, I met a secretary of the Japanese government in Tokyo. I wanted to explain to him that he should cooperate with this movement, but he said, "Oh, we cannot cooperate with any religious movement." He is one of the chief secretaries of the government, and he is such a fool. He is taking this movement as a religious movement, just as we have so many sentimental religions. But this is not sentimental. This is the necessity of society. A class of men should be Krishna conscious. Otherwise, the society is doomed. It is going to hell. And when such rascals are at the head of the government, how can there be peace? How can you expect peace in a dog's society? The dogs are by nature howling, woof, 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 as soon as they see other dogs. So do you mean to say that there will be peace if you turn human society into dog society, into cat society, into tiger society? The tiger is very powerful. He can kill many other animals, but does that mean he's a very important animal? No, he has no use in society. And now we are very powerful, and we have good weapons to fight with, and we can kill many people, but these are no qualifications for good men or a good society. We are not meant to manufacture a society of monkeys or tigers or asses or rascals who work very hard. Do you mean to say a society of asses will derive any benefit from life? No. For those who have developed an attraction to Krishna, attachment can be developed. Before my coming to the West, there was no movement like this Krishna consciousness, but now it is developing. Krishna was not born in your country. You do not accept Krishna as your religious god, but Krishna is so attractive that although you are a foreigner, you are not foreign. To Krishna, you're not a foreigner. He claims everybody. We make him foreign, but this is our foolishness. In the Gita, Krishna says, "My dear Arjuna, there are many different forms and different species of life, undoubtedly, but I am their father." Just see how Krishna is universal. He is claiming not only human society, but animal society, bird society, beast society, everyone. He says, "I am the father." So how can Krishna be foreign? It is a mental concoction. They say Krishna is Indian, or Krishna is worshipped by the Hindus, and therefore he is one of the Hindu gods. And they think that Krishna is saying, yes, I am the Hindu god, yes, I am Indian, but he's like the sun. Why American sun or Indian sun? Nothing is American or Indian. That is all artificial. This planet belongs to the humans, that's all. This is your communism. This present communism is defective because the Russians say that Russia is for the Russians or China is for the Chinese. Why not for others? Just think in terms of human communism. Why human communism? Living being communism. If you take this whole world as belonging to human society, this is defective. It belongs to everyone. It belongs to the tree community. It belongs to the beast community. They also have a right to live. Why should you cut the trees? Why should you send the bulls to the slaughterhouse? This is injustice. How can you gain justice by yourself doing injustice? We have no Krishna consciousness. We do not know that Krishna is our original father and that we are all his sons. The tree is my brother, the ant is my brother, the bull is my brother, the American is my brother, the Indian is my brother, the Chinese is my brother. Therefore, we have to develop Krishna consciousness. We talk all this nonsense of universal brotherhood and United Nations, all nonsense. Either you acknowledge the Father, or else you have no idea how to realize brotherhood of humanity. Therefore, they are talking for years and years. They are the same fools. Can't you see the United Nations? They have headquarters in New York. They are simply talking nonsense, that's all. That is their business. So unless there is full Krishna consciousness, there cannot be any improvement of the world condition. Jai. Today we'll stop at this point, at this very beautiful point that really solves or answers the question why, despite all attempts and endeavors, there is no universal brotherhood. Oh, and one more thing. To read, purchase, or download this book, you can just click on the link in the description of the episode. So this was Shravanam Diaries. We are diving into the most amazing literature written by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. So stay tuned, and this will be an incredible journey. If you have any feedback, please email us at sravanamteam@gmail.com. And also, if there's any questions, we'd love to answer them by quoting from these wonderful books. So don't be shy. We'll be glad to hear from you. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Hare Krishna.